Atomic Habits. Tiny changes, remarkable results. An easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. Author James Clear. Introduction. Atomic Habits is a best-selling self-help book written by James Clear that provides a comprehensive and practical guide to building good habits and breaking bad ones. The book draws upon the latest scientific research on habit formation and presents a simple but effective framework for creating positive changes in your life. The book's central thesis is that small, incremental improvements in our daily habits can lead to significant long-term transformations in our personal and professional lives. By following the author's step-by-step process, readers can learn how to design habits that align with their values and goals, overcome common obstacles to change, and ultimately achieve lasting success. Atomic Habits has been widely praised for its clear and engaging writing style, actionable advice, and inspiring stories of real people who have transformed their lives through the power of habit. It is a highly recommended read for anyone looking to improve their habits and make positive changes in their life. The fundamentals: why tiny changes make a big difference. Chapter 1. The surprising power of atomic habits. Chapter 1 explains the concept of atomic habits and why they are so powerful in helping us achieve our goals. The author argues that making small, incremental changes to our daily habits and routines may seem insignificant at first, but over time can lead to significant transformations in our lives. These atomic habits, when combined, create a powerful system of continuous improvement that can help us achieve our full potential. The chapter also introduces the idea of a plateau of latent potential, where we often have untapped potential that we are not aware of. By focusing on small changes in our habits and routines, we can unlock this potential and achieve greater success than we ever thought possible. The author also discusses the importance of habit stacking, which involves linking new habits to existing ones to increase the chances of sticking to them and making them a permanent part of our daily lives. Overall, Chapter 1 of Atomic Habits sets the foundation for the rest of the book, which provides practical strategies for building good habits and breaking bad ones. It highlights the power of small, incremental changes and leaves readers with a sense of optimism and motivation for creating positive changes in their lives. Chapter 2. How your habits shape your identity. In Chapter 2, the author James Clear explains the concept of identity-based habits and how they can be used to create lasting change in our lives. The chapter argues that our habits are not just actions we take, but also a reflection of our identity. In other words, we are what we repeatedly do. The author explains that identity-based habits are formed by linking a habit to a specific aspect of our identity. By doing this, we not only change our actions but also our beliefs about ourselves. In order to create lasting change, we must first shift our identity to align with our desired outcome. This means that in order to achieve a specific goal, we must first become the type of person who would naturally achieve that goal. The chapter also discusses the importance of belief in creating lasting change. By adopting a growth mindset and believing in our ability to change, we are more likely to take action and persist in the face of setbacks. Overall, Chapter 2 of Atomic Habits highlights the importance of identity and belief in creating lasting change. By focusing on identity-based habits and adopting a growth mindset, we can create a powerful system of continuous improvement that leads to lasting success. Chapter 3. How to build better habits in 4 simple steps. Chapter 3 provides readers with a practical guide to building better habits using 4 simple steps. The author James Clear argues that every habit can be broken down into 4 components: cue, craving, response, and reward. Understanding these components and how they work together is the key to building lasting habits. The chapter provides readers with a clear framework for building better habits. The 4 steps are: 1. Make it obvious. Create a clear cue that prompts the desired habit. 2. Make it attractive. Associate the habit with a positive emotion or outcome. 3. Make it easy. Simplify the habit so that it is easy to do. 4. Make it satisfying. Create a reward that reinforces the habit. The chapter also provides practical examples of how to apply these steps to different habits, from exercise to meditation to writing. Overall, Chapter 3 of Atomic Habits provides readers with a clear, actionable framework for building better habits. The 4 steps are easy to understand and can be applied to any habit. By following these steps, readers can create lasting change and build a system of continuous improvement that leads to long-term success. The first law, make if obvious. Chapter 4, The Man Who Didn't Look Right. In Chapter 4, James Clear tells a story about a man named Claude Hopkins, who was a pioneer in the advertising industry. The chapter explains how Hopkins was able to create successful advertising campaigns by focusing on the habits of his target audience. The story centers around a campaign for a toothpaste company. Hopkins noticed that many people did not brush their teeth regularly, and so he created an advertising campaign that focused on the social benefits of having clean teeth, such as being more attractive to the opposite sex. This approach was successful, and the toothpaste became a bestseller. The chapter uses Hopkins' story to illustrate the importance of understanding the habits of our target audience when trying to create change. By understanding the cues, cravings, responses, and rewards that drive their behavior, we can create more effective strategies for change. Overall, Chapter 4 of Atomic Habits emphasizes the importance of understanding human behavior when trying to create change. By focusing on the habits of our target audience and creating strategies that align with their behavior, we can create more effective and lasting change. Chapter 5, The Best Way to Start a New Habit. Chapter 5 focuses on the best way to start a new habit. The author James Clear argues that the key to success is to start small and make the habit easy to do. The chapter introduces the concept of habit stacking, which involves linking a new habit to an existing one. By doing this, we can leverage the power of our existing habits to make it easier to start new ones. The chapter also emphasizes the importance of consistency when starting a new habit. Small, consistent actions done repeatedly over time are more effective than big, sporadic actions. Clear also discusses the role of the environment in shaping our habits. By making small changes to our environment, such as setting up cues or removing barriers, we can make it easier to stick to our habits. Overall, Chapter 5 provides readers with practical strategies for starting new habits. By starting small, leveraging existing habits, and creating a supportive environment, we can make it easier to stick to our habits and achieve lasting change. Chapter 6, Motivation is Overrated. Environment often matters more. Chapter 6 challenges the idea that motivation is the key to success. Instead, the author James Clear argues that environment often matters more when it comes to building lasting habits. The chapter explains that our environment plays a significant role in shaping our behavior. By designing our environment to support our desired habits, we can make it easier to stick to them. This includes removing distractions and creating cues that prompt the desired behavior. Clear also emphasizes the importance of social environment in shaping our habits. Being part of a community that values and supports the desired behavior can make it easier to stick to our habits. The chapter also provides practical examples of how to design our environment to support our habits, from setting up a dedicated workspace to removing unhealthy foods from our kitchen. Overall, Chapter 6 of Atomic Habits provides readers with a new perspective on motivation and habit building. By focusing on our environment and social context, we can create a system of support that makes it easier to build lasting habits and achieve our goals. Chapter 7, The Secret to Self-Control. In Chapter 7, author James Clear explores the concept of self-control and how it relates to building lasting habits. The chapter argues that self-control is not just a matter of willpower or discipline, but also of setting up systems and strategies that make it easier to resist temptation. Clear introduces the concept of temptation bundling, which involves pairing a desirable but time-consuming activity with a less desirable but necessary one. By doing this, we can make it easier to stick to good habits, such as exercising or studying, by pairing them with activities that we enjoy, such as listening to music or watching TV. The chapter also explores the importance of developing a growth mindset, which involves viewing challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than as indicators of failure. By developing a growth mindset, we can build resilience and persist in the face of obstacles. Overall, Chapter 7 of Atomic Habits provides readers with practical strategies for developing self-control and building lasting habits. By understanding the power of temptation bundling and developing a growth mindset, we can make it easier to stick to our habits and achieve our goals. The second law, make it attractive. Chapter 8, How to Make a Habit Irresistible. In Chapter 8, James Clear explores the concept of making habits irresistible by creating cues that trigger them. The chapter explains that habits are more likely to stick when they are associated with a clear and consistent cue or trigger. Clear introduces the concept of habit stacking, which involves linking a new habit to an existing one. By doing this, we can leverage the power of our existing habits to make it easier to start new ones. The chapter also emphasizes the importance of creating an environment that makes it easy to stick to our habits. This includes setting up visual cues, such as posting reminders or keeping our tools within reach. Clear also discusses the role of social pressure in shaping our habits. By making our habits public and getting support from our friends and family, we can increase our chances of success. Overall, Chapter 8 provides readers with practical strategies for making habits irresistible. By creating consistent cues, leveraging existing habits, and creating a supportive environment, we can make it easier to stick to our habits and achieve lasting change. Chapter 9, The Role of Family and Friends in Shaping Your Habits. In Chapter 9, James Clear discusses the role of family and friends in shaping our habits. The chapter argues that our social environment plays a significant role in determining our behavior, and that the people around us can either support or hinder our efforts to build lasting habits. Clear emphasizes the importance of finding a supportive social network, whether it be through joining a community or finding an accountability partner. By surrounding ourselves with people who share our values and goals, we can create a positive environment that reinforces our desired habits. The chapter also explores the concept of social norms and how they can influence our behavior. Clear explains that by making our desired habits the norm among our social circle, we can create a sense of social pressure that encourages us to stick to them. Overall, Chapter 9 provides readers with insights into the power of social influence in shaping our habits. By understanding the role of family and friends in our habit-building journey, we can create a supportive environment that makes it easier to achieve our goals. Chapter 10, How to Find and Fix the Causes of Your Bad Habits. In Chapter 10, James Clear explores how to identify and address the root causes of our bad habits. The chapter argues that many of our bad habits are the result of deeper issues, such as stress, anxiety, or boredom. Clear introduces the concept of the 4 laws of behavior change, which involves identifying the cue, craving, response, and reward associated with a habit. By understanding the underlying causes of our habits, we can start to address them more effectively. The chapter also emphasizes the importance of developing self-awareness and mindfulness as tools for identifying the causes of our bad habits. By paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, we can gain insights into the triggers and motivations behind our habits. Overall, Chapter 10 provides readers with practical strategies for identifying and addressing the root causes of our bad habits. By understanding the 4 laws of behavior change and developing self-awareness, we can break free from destructive patterns and build lasting habits that support our goals. The third law, make it easy. Chapter 11, Walk slowly but never backward. In Chapter 11, James Clear emphasizes the importance of making steady progress towards our goals, even if it means moving slowly. The chapter argues that small improvements made consistently over time can lead to significant changes in our lives. Clear introduces the concept of the plateau of latent potential, which refers to the idea that significant progress often occurs after a period of sustained effort, even if we don't see immediate results. He also explores the concept of the aggregation of marginal gains, which involves making small improvements in multiple areas that compound over time. The chapter emphasizes the importance of focusing on systems, rather than goals, as a way of making steady progress towards our desired outcomes. By focusing on the process of habit formation and making small improvements each day, we can build momentum and create lasting change. Overall, Chapter 11 provides readers with a powerful message about the importance of persistence and steady progress towards our goals. By adopting a systems-based approach and making small improvements consistently over time, we can achieve significant changes in our lives. Chapter 12, The Law of Least Effort. Chapter 12 discusses the concept of the law of least effort and how it can be applied to create and maintain good habits. The law of least effort suggests that we tend to choose the path of least resistance and that we are more likely to stick with habits that are easy and require minimal effort. Clear suggests that we can use this principle to our advantage by making our desired habits easy and convenient to perform. He introduces the concept of habit stacking, where we link a new habit to an existing one to make it easier to remember and perform. The chapter also explores the importance of reducing friction and eliminating barriers to habit formation. By making our desired habits more attractive and less effortful, we can create a positive feedback loop that reinforces our habits and makes them more automatic over time. Overall, Chapter 12 provides readers with practical strategies for applying the law of least effort to create and maintain good habits. By making our habits easy, convenient, and attractive, we can overcome the tendency to choose the path of least resistance and build lasting habits that support our goals. Chapter 13, How to Stop Procrastinating by Using the 2-Minute Rule. In Chapter 13, James Clear discusses the concept of the 2-minute rule and how it can help us overcome procrastination and build new habits. The 2-minute rule states that any habit can be started in just 2 minutes, which makes it easier to get started and overcome the inertia that often holds us back. Clear suggests that by breaking down our habits into small, manageable chunks, we can make them more achievable and build momentum towards larger goals. He also emphasizes the importance of focusing on the process of habit formation rather than the outcome as a way of building lasting habits. The chapter provides practical advice on how to apply the 2-minute rule to a range of different habits, from exercise to writing to meditation. By starting small and gradually increasing the difficulty of our habits over time, we can build the self-discipline and motivation needed to achieve our goals. Overall, Chapter 13 provides readers with a simple but powerful tool for overcoming procrastination and building new habits. By focusing on small, manageable tasks and using the 2-minute rule to get started, we can create positive momentum and achieve lasting change in our lives. Chapter 14, How to Make Good Habits Inevitable and Bad Habits Impossible. Chapter 14 explores the idea of making good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. Clear suggests that rather than relying on willpower and self-control to overcome bad habits, we can create an environment that makes it easy to maintain good habits and difficult to engage in bad ones. The chapter discusses the importance of designing our environment to support our desired habits, such as removing tempting items from our homes or workplaces or using visual cues to remind us of our goals. Clear also emphasizes the role of social influence and the power of our social networks in shaping our habits. The chapter provides practical strategies for creating an environment that supports our desired habits and makes bad habits more difficult. By making our good habits more attractive and our bad habits less so, we can build a lifestyle that supports our goals and leads to lasting change. Overall, Chapter 14 offers readers a new approach to habit formation that focuses on changing the environment rather than relying on willpower alone. By making good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible, we can build a life that supports our goals and leads to lasting success. The fourth law, make it satisfying. Chapter 15, The Cardinal Rule of Behavior Change. In Chapter 15, James Clear introduces the cardinal rule of behavior change. We need to make our desired behavior attractive, easy, and satisfying if we want it to stick. Clear argues that the key to building lasting habits is to create a positive feedback loop that reinforces our desired behavior. The chapter explores each of the 3 elements of the cardinal rule in detail, providing practical strategies for making habits more attractive, easier to perform, and more satisfying. Clear also emphasizes the importance of measuring our progress and celebrating our successes as a way of maintaining motivation and building momentum. Overall, Chapter 15 provides readers with a simple but powerful framework for behavior change that can be applied to any habit. By making our desired behavior more attractive, easy, and satisfying, we can create a positive feedback loop that reinforces our habits and leads to lasting change. Chapter 16: How to Stick with Good Habits Every Day. Chapter 16 provides readers with practical strategies for sticking with good habits every day. Clear emphasizes the importance of building habits that are sustainable over the long term and provides guidance on how to do so. The chapter explores the idea of habit tracking and the benefits of measuring our progress. Clear suggests that by tracking our habits, we can identify patterns and adjust our approach as needed to maintain consistency. He also emphasizes the importance of creating a system of accountability, whether through a partner, coach, or community. Clear also discusses the role of mindset in habit formation, emphasizing the importance of focusing on the process rather than the outcome. By shifting our focus to the daily actions that lead to our goals, we can stay motivated and build momentum. Overall, Chapter 16 provides readers with a roadmap for building sustainable habits that can be maintained over the long term. By tracking our progress, creating a system of accountability, and focusing on the daily actions that lead to our goals, we can stick with good habits every day and achieve lasting success. Chapter 17: How an Accountability Partner Can Change Everything. In Chapter 17, James Clear highlights the importance of having an accountability partner in achieving our goals and building good habits. He emphasizes that having someone to hold us accountable can provide motivation, support, and feedback, all of which can be crucial in maintaining consistency and overcoming obstacles. Clear outlines the key characteristics of an effective accountability partner, including someone who is reliable, supportive, and willing to be honest and direct. He also provides guidance on how to set up an accountability system, including defining clear goals, establishing regular check-ins, and creating consequences for failing to meet our commitments. Overall, Chapter 17 provides readers with a compelling case for the power of accountability in habit formation and goal achievement. By finding an accountability partner and setting up a system of regular check-ins and consequences, we can increase our chances of success and achieve our desired outcomes. Advanced Tactics: How to Go from Being Merely Good to Being Truly Great. Chapter 18: The Truth About Talent. Chapter 18 delves into the topic of talent and its role in success. James Clear argues that while genetics and natural talent can play a part in certain areas, such as height in basketball or musical ability, for the vast majority of pursuits, hard work, deliberate practice, and consistent effort are far more important. Clear emphasizes that our habits, rather than our genes, are the primary determinant of our success. He argues that even those with natural talent still need to put in the work to hone their skills and achieve their goals. Conversely, those without natural talent can still achieve great success through deliberate practice and consistent effort. The chapter provides examples of successful individuals who did not necessarily possess natural talent but instead focused on developing good habits and working diligently towards their goals. Clear's message is clear: rather than relying on talent alone, we should focus on building good habits and consistently working towards our desired outcome. Chapter 19: The Goldilocks Rule: How to Stay Motivated in Life and Work. In Chapter 19, James Clear introduces the concept of the Goldilocks Rule, which states that humans are motivated to achieve goals that are not too easy and not too hard, but rather just right. Clear argues that we need to set goals that are challenging enough to keep us engaged and motivated, but not so difficult that they become overwhelming and demotivating. Clear explains that achieving the Goldilocks Rule requires finding the right balance between our abilities and the challenges we face. He suggests breaking down larger goals into smaller, more manageable tasks, which can help us stay motivated and focused. The chapter also highlights the importance of tracking progress towards our goals and celebrating small wins along the way. Clear emphasizes that motivation is not a constant state, but rather a fluctuating feeling that needs to be nurtured and sustained over time. Overall, Chapter 19 offers practical tips and insights on how to stay motivated and achieve our goals by finding the right balance between challenge and ability. Chapter 20: The Downside of Creating Good Habits. Chapter 20 explores the potential downsides of creating good habits. James Clear acknowledges that while habits can be a powerful tool for achieving our goals and improving our lives, they can also become limiting if we become too rigid in our habits. Clear argues that we need to be flexible in our approach to habits and be willing to adapt and change our habits as our circumstances and goals evolve. He cautions against becoming too attached to our habits and losing sight of the bigger picture. The chapter also addresses the potential downsides of focusing too much on self-improvement and personal growth, such as burnout and a sense of never being satisfied with our progress. Overall, Chapter 20 provides a thought-provoking perspective on the potential pitfalls of habit formation and encourages readers to approach habits with a sense of balance and perspective. Conclusion: The secret to results that last. In the conclusion of Atomic Habits, James Clear summarizes his key points and emphasizes that the key to lasting results is building a system of habits rather than just focusing on individual goals or actions. He stresses the importance of starting small, making incremental progress, and being patient with the process. Clear also emphasizes the importance of self-reflection and learning from our successes and failures, as well as the role of environment and social support in shaping our habits. The conclusion concludes with a call to action, urging readers to take responsibility for their habits and commit to making small, consistent changes to achieve their goals. Overall, Clear's message is that success is not just about setting and achieving big goals, but about creating sustainable habits that lead to long-term growth and improvement. Recapitulation: the main topic of Atomic Habits by James Clear is the science and practical strategies of building and sustaining effective habits. The book emphasizes the importance of small, incremental changes in behavior and provides readers with a set of practical strategies and tools for achieving lasting behavior change. One of the key lessons of the book is that effective habits are built through consistent, repetitive action. Clear suggests that by breaking down desired behaviors into small, manageable tasks, individuals can establish habits that are easy to maintain and build upon over time. Another key lesson of the book is the importance of mindset and identity in shaping our habits. Clear suggests that by changing our beliefs and self-image, we can support new habits and overcome obstacles to behavior change. The book also emphasizes the importance of environment and social context in shaping our habits. Clear suggests that by designing our physical and social environments to support our desired behaviors, we can make it easier to establish and maintain effective habits. Throughout the book, Clear provides practical strategies and tools for creating and sustaining effective habits, such as the 2-minute rule and the habit stacking technique. He also emphasizes the importance of immediate feedback and reinforcement in sustaining behavior change. Overall, Atomic Habits offers readers a comprehensive and practical guide to building and sustaining effective habits. By following the principles and strategies outlined in the book, readers can develop the habits and systems they need to achieve their goals and live a more fulfilling life.